वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Canto 6, Chapter 12, Text number 1. Shri Rishir Uvacha. एवं जिहासुर नृपदे हमाजो मृत्युं वरं विजयान् मन्यमाना शूलां प्रज्ञाभ्यपात् सुरेन्द्रं यथा महापुरुषं कैतवोऽप्सु एवं जिहासुर नृपदे हमाजौ मृत्युं वरां विजयान् मन्यमाना शूलां प्रज्ञा अभयपात् सुरेन्द्रं यथा महापुरुषं कैतवोऽप्सु एवं जिहासुर नृपदे हमाजौ मृत्युं वरां विजयान् मन्यमाना शूलां प्रज्ञा अभयपात् सुरेन्द्रं यथा महापुरुषं कैतवोऽप्सु Word to word meaning. Shri Rishir Uvacha. Shri Sukadeva Goswami said, Evam, thus, Jihasu, very eager to give up. Nripa, O King Parikshit, Deham, the body, Ajau, in battle, Mrityum, death, Varam, better, Vijayat, than victory, Manyamana, thinking, Sulam, trident, Pragriya, taking up, Abhayapatat, attacked, Sura Indram, the king of heaven, Indra, Yata, just as, Mahapurusham, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kaitabaha, the demon Kaitaba, Apsu, when the whole universe was inundated. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Sukadeva Goswami said, desiring to give up his body, Vritrasur considered death in the battle preferable to victory. O King Parikshit, he vigorously took up his trident and with great force attacked Lord Indra, the king of heaven, just as Kaitava had forcibly attacked the Supreme Personality of Godhead when the universe was inundated. Purport. Although Vritrasur repeatedly encouraged Indra to kill him with a thunderbolt, King Indra was morose at having to kill such a great devotee and was hesitant to throw it. Vritrasur, disappointed that King Indra was reluctant despite his encouragement, took the initiative very forcefully by throwing his trident at Indra. Vritrasur was not at all interested in victory. He was interested in being killed so that he could immediately return home back to Godhead. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 4.9, Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti. After giving up his body, a devotee immediately returns to Lord Krishna and never returns to accept another body. This was Vritrasur's interest. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनताम्। Reading the translation again. Sukadeva Goswami said, desiring to give up his body, Vritrasura considered death in the battle preferable to victory. O King Parikshit, he vigorously took up his trident and with great force attacked Lord Indra, the king of heaven, just as Kaitaba had forcibly attacked the Supreme Personality of Godhead when the universe was inundated. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending Srimad Bhagavatam class. So, today we will be seeing we have completed 11th chapter and entering chapter number 12, right? The name of the chapter is Vritrasura, Glorious Death. So, this chapter is very relevant because the current scenario, also everywhere we are hearing the term disease and death, Janma, Mrityu and Vyadhi. These two are the most happening terms and most discussed terms in this COVID pandemic. And the name of the chapter is also Vritrasura's Glorious Death. Death is glorious. So it's this chapter is extremely relevant for the current situation. So we'll see how. So we all know in the earlier chapter, Vritrasura in his fight with Indra, Indra got the thunderbolt. Yeah. So the director is Supreme Lord, producer is Dadichi Muni. Right? Producer means who supplies everything, So Dadichi has supplied his body, his bones. So the the movie is the thunderbolt. The hero is Indra. And the producer is Dadichi and the director is Supreme Lord, under his supervision. And Vritrasura knows it very well. So he knows in the beginning itself that he is not going to be victorious. But nevertheless, he is performing his duty. I don't know how many of you have ever thought, so if Vritrasura is a pure devotee, why does he has to, first of all, fight with demigods who are actually representatives of the Lord, He could have not fought only, right? I mean, he doesn't have to do that, So why he has to fight in the first place, One thing is very clear, that he knows that death is certain for me because the Supreme Lord predicted it actually. Because he is a pure devotee love of the Lord has 100% faith and conviction that Lord is Satya Sankalpa and whatever Lord desires will happen. So Lord has predicted that, and Lord prediction means it's 100% strike rate, not like ours. So it's very clear. So that part we can understand, not a big deal. But why he has to fight at all, that demigods are the devotees of the Lord and they are Lord's people, okay. They may make mistakes, but for example, Vaishnavas make mistake, we don't attack them, right? Do we do that? I mean, even if they are not pure devotees. So Indra may not be a pure devotee, but he is in a position actually, and position also has to be respected, Even if he is not a pure devotee, Supreme Lord entrusted him with a very high position of taking care of some aspects. So now, why then Vritrasura has to fight in the first place, I mean, very paradox, very multiple split personalities जैसा लगता है, Multiple personality disorder ऐसे. And one side you are fighting. Another side बोल रहा है कि तुम ही जीतोगे, and another side you telling you fight, you kill me, तो लग रहा है कि ये कब क्या रहेगा हमको नहीं मालूम चल रहा है, whether he is in a humble mood or in attacking mood, क्या चल रहा है, So why Vritarasura has to fight in the first place? How many of you have thought about this question? Raise your hand in first. बस हम पढ़ लेते हैं ऐसे, चलो Vritarasura fight में आया चला गया बस. Okay. So how many of you have, okay, now that I triggered it, you must be thinking, so anyone wants to make any guess? Any Munis here? Shri Guru Chandra says Muni means one who has his own opinion, Every Muni has his own opinion, बोलता है. Munis doesn't stay together. They stay in their own caves, have their own philosophies. So, yeah, Venudhari Prabhu, please throw some light, enlighten us.
It's very common sense. We can just say that in the same family there are brothers. Actually, they are not supposed to fight, but they fight because their parents are different, or some properties that they fight for each other.
Okay.
That is one understanding. In this case,
Now, how is that understanding relevant to this?
because you are saying both are followers of Supreme Lord. Even Vritarasura is ready to follow what is saying. And Indra
No, that I am not sure. Why? Because two brothers fight even in a family for some property and all. That day happen when both parties have some issues, But here Vritarasura is a pure devotee, Imagine two demigods fighting, that okay, fine, understandable, But here is Vritarasura who is a pure devotee and who doesn't care death, and who is convinced that Lord's words will be truth. अभी हमारा आदमी आम आदमी फाइट करना अलग बात है, Somebody who is a pure devotee who has 100% conviction and who is least attached to his life, why he has to fight? Yeah, any other guess? Simhagaurpa, you want to throw some light? Why Vritarasura has to fight with the Lord's representatives, who are Vaishnavas? Being a pure devotee, being not attached to, wealth, who is not even attached to life, and who is 100% conviction that Lord's word will be true, and who knows very well, even before the war, that the match has been fixed. Match fixing हो गया already. Supreme Lord के साथ, Result पहले ही पक्का हो गया. मैच फिक्सिंग हो गया फिर भी फाइट कर रहा है, ऐसा कैसे है, But it's a material duty, I'm just asking, There are cases where devotees have given up their material duties when it is not in sync with the spiritual progress. So, according to you, is fighting only to be killed. Going back to Krishna के लिए killed होने का ही not necessarily, Anyhow, yeah, but your point is right in one sense. That is, first part is no ambiguity. See, Vritarasura, his birth is a special birth, His father Tvashta performed a yajna, and Tvashta did some yajna first to get a person, to get a son who will be enemy of Indra and who will kill Indra. But in the process of not uttering the pronunciation properly, he got a person who will be killed by Indra. So some soul has to take birth in his family who will do that duty. That means when Vritarasura appeared there in their family, when that particular soul appeared in that Vritarasura's body, that is actually, in a sense, it is by Lord's this thing only. मतलब भगवान ने इनको बोला अभी तुम राक्षस है, because of which उनका उस शरीर, that particular soul, has to appear as Tvashta's son. So that means that Lord sent me here, right? Karmana Daiva Netrena, so Lord sent me here for a purpose of fighting, So that is one thing. And Yeah. So, and he has to do his duty, right? And also Lord has given that this thing which that Dhritarashtra will fight and then you defeat like this. So it is actually Lord has, just like Bhishma, Lord has put him in a position where he has to be on the enemy side, right? So Bhishma knows very well, even before the beginning of Kurukshetra war, that मैं शहीद होने वाला हूँ, I am going to be martyred, He knows very well. But still, while he was fighting with full vigor. It's not that, anyhow, I am going to be defeated, because obviously, Krishna, who is protecting Pandavas, how can I defeat? But he is doing that duty, knowing well the result and all, because then we say, Prabhuji, but result is fixed, why we have to do our duty? Typically, our mind cannot comprehend, because we are always in a fruitive zone. But when he knows that Lord, when it's clear for a pure devotee, when Lord wants it that way, then he has to do it, In our case, we should not fight with Vaishnavas and devotees like that, because it's not that somebody is telling you that that you have to fight and all. But in this case, that was what the situation where Lord has kept him in. So he was doing his duty, and he was a duty bound. That is the first element, that why he has to fight. But he knows, it's that he has the clarity. Indra, with all his faults, still he has been supported by Lord, which means there is some good side of Indra. He knows that actually. So he has that respect. Still, like Bhishma has that respect for Pandavas, knowing them as pure devotees. But he is doing, especially our Vedic life is like, it's like dharma conscious, not karma conscious, So similarly, Dhritarashtra is fighting, but he knows very well that because the Lord has offered him protection, just like Bhishma knows very well, Like Duryodhana, after a couple of days, he was expecting that all these Maharajas are there, the battle will get over in no time. But he saw day after day is passing, nothing is happened to Pandavas. Kauravas are, meeting more destruction. More armies are getting, destroyed. So he goes to Bhishma, and then he says, Arey, you are partial, because of which, you are soft towards Pandavas, You are eating my salt, mera roti mein and all, and you are, supporting Pandavas. This is actually kritagnata, ungratefulness. And in a Vedic life, to call somebody ungrateful is extremely hurting, because modern man, we should be surprised if somebody is grateful, But in Vedic life, to be ungrateful is extremely, this thing, hurting. On top of that, for a Kshatriya, to call as a backstabber, somebody who lives by principles, it is extremely hurting to Bhishma, Then Bhishma tells, you rascal, it's like, what? Atmate manyate jagat, Atmavat manyate jagat. For somebody who is a sore at disease, everyone like that only, Because you have that political nature, you think everybody is political, He says, I am fighting with my full vigor, despite knowing Pandavas are righteous, But what can be done when the husband of the goddess of victory, when the husband of the goddess of fortune is staying with them, one Bhishma, a million Bhishmas can't help actually. But still, I'll make one at last attempt, and he makes the 5 arrows, and that further we can go on. Which means, Bhishma is fighting. See, somebody, it's like, fools fighting is a different story, But Bhishma fighting with same vigor, knowing that, here is the husband of the goddess, Vijaya Lakshmi ka, husband, he is there, but still he is fighting, how to understand that, That is called duty conscious. And then you may say, Prabhuji, but वो कैसा duty है? अरे भगवान ने बोला है इनको करने के लिए. Pure devotee knows it. Dhritarashtra being a pure devotee, he knows this is what service Lord has given me. I have to fight, But same time, Lord will defeat me. I am okay with it. Like Bhishma's case, Lord will defeat him. He is okay with it. Now this brings a very important point, which I want to connect it to the recently I had a class, fantastic class by Radhesham Prabhu, and fortunately the shloka is also the same lines, So, here if you see what Dhritarashtra is doing, he saw that Indra also is a devotee, So, Indra knows well that, see, by the time Dhritarashtra spoke the prayers, Indra felt ashamed. Initially, he is in a vigor to fight. But it's mentioned that a person is known when he opens his mouth. When Dhritarashtra opened his mouth and started speaking those prayers, it takes one to know one. And Indra is, at the end of the day, he is a devotee. So, Indra, when I hear those prayers of Dhritarashtra, it became crystal clear for him, Dhritarashtra is a pure devotee. So he became reluctant to fight. All the Vritra's telling, Hare Baba, you will be, initially he was reluctant to fight because he became demoralized. When you are attached to fruitive results, what will happen? Either you will be puffed up or you will be demoralized. Even in our service also, when you think you are the doer, kartaham ahankaram iti yamme kartaham iti manyate, no? So when you think you are the doer, we are always in two states of consciousness, no? Either we are puffed up or we are depressed, demoralized, inferiority complex. So this is what will happen. And Indra, because he is a fruitive person by default will always be has this consciousness of karta hamiti manyate. So Indra, when he initially lost, he became demoralized and depressed. So initially he was reluctant to fight because he thought, I am anyhow going to lose. Why should so he is not even ready to fight also. Pehle chhod diya. Vritrasura also knows, but he was still enthusiastic because he is not attached to result. He is attached to doing his duty. But Indra is attached to result because of which initially he was not ready to fight. And then Vritrasura started speaking prayers and encouraged Indra. And by seeing the faith of Vritrasura, Indra got ashamed. And then after that, the Chatushloki Bhagavatam, after the prayers, Indra got convinced he is a pure devotee. Now because he is a pure devotee, if I kind of, I can defeat him, because by the time Indra got confidence, I can defeat Vritrasura. Because Vritrasura himself given that confidence. So even if Indra knows at this point that he can defeat Vritrasura, but still he has some reluctance to fight. Why? Convinced he is a pure devotee, and if I do it, I will get offense. Already offense after offense, दो round हो गया, तीसरा round है. First is like small offense, उसको ठीक से handle नहीं किया, bigger offense. First one spiritual master was offended, mental offense. Second time one spiritual master physically offended, killed. And this time a pure devotee is supposed to be killed. मतलब it's getting like compound interest, multiplication हो रहा है. So exponential growth in offenses. So Indra is this time very careful. So, but why? You see, in one sense, Indra should not get any reaction, no? Because Lord bolak maar do. If he is doing it purely as a service to the Lord, he would not get any offense. But Indra, he has a desire that, he is fighting. The motive is, he wants to get back the throne. So he has a material desire, but same time he is fearful of offense because he is a Vaishnava, He is a devotee after all, But Vritrasura, because he is a pure devotee and he is not at all attached, because of which he is still ready to fight. And when he saw Indra first time also, because of attachments, because of the output, I may be defeated, he was not ready to fight. Now, because of the output, that I got offense, he is not ready to fight, So then Vritrasura himself tried to instigate Indra, but triggered, both cases he was fruitive, So naturally he wanted to now trigger Indra to fight by attacking Indra. Just like we hear Advaita Acharya never wanted respect from Mahaprabhu. But Mahaprabhu always respected him. All devotees ke saath Mahaprabhu used to be in one way, but with Advaita Acharya he used to treat him like a father. But Advaita Acharya wanted Mahaprabhu to treat him like his servant. But Mahaprabhu treat him like a master. And no matter what, Mahaprabhu would not change his stance. So Advaita Acharya, what he does? He starts speaking Mayavad. In assembly, he starts speaking Mayavad. And this news reaches Mahaprabhu, And Mahaprabhu keeps everything aside, Arey, my father jaise father figure hai, ye hai Vaishnava hai, the leader of Vaishnava, bagal mein running to Advaita Bhavan, and he starts hitting, He beats Advaita Acharya, in the chest, Arey, you, to destroy Mayavad, you have done so much penance, so much austerities, and you have invited me, so that I can, this was removed. And now you are speaking Mayavad, and Advaita Acharya is laughing. And then later on he jumps. Now I got mercy of Mahaprabhu, So that was a trigger to instigate Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu, of course, he didn't get lost. He wants to reciprocate with the desire of Advaita Acharya, and at the same time wants to teach a lesson. So similarly here, Vritrasura wants to trigger Indra by attacking Indra. So the question comes here now, is that now Vritrasura, pure devotee, similarly Bhishma, pure devotee. Now Indra is a mixed devotee, So when Vritrasura, imagine if we are in Vritrasura's position, When Vritrasur came to know that Supreme Lord told Indra that you will be victorious, Vritrasur will be dead. Now, some devotees recently, 2 days back called me. They said, Prabhu, we have prayed so much for so-and-so devotee in Rajmandri, but that devotee did not survive. So I am disturbed. I am feeling, I am trying to understand actually what is Lord's protection. So I said, I am also disturbed, for the same cause. Somehow I got emotionally attached to that person, that devotee. Although I don't have any confusion, but somehow I am a dissatisfaction, depression. Depression is something, many times we experience, it bugs us. एक कोने पे एक रह गया, some because of which I am feeling a heavy heart, that some devotee, such a nice devotee lost his body, already with Pankaj Jangiripu's case and all. So I told that devotee that even I was having till yesterday, but today a beautiful class was given by Radheshyam Prabhu, because of which I become much more relaxed. He said, Prabhu, kindly share. I said, okay, I will share in a lecture, separate lecture only, not why only you, let everyone hear. So, so in Vritrasur case, he was not thinking like this, like how we are thinking, at our stage. Like, imagine, now we may not be disturbed because if somebody is dying, we may have prayed, but imagine apna ghar mein koi ho gaya aise. You are a brahmachari, given your life, something happens in your family, and everyone is praying. Seniors, juniors, all leaders didn't survive. Sometimes the thought comes, depending on how the, rawness in our spiritual life, this question comes, is Krishna hearing us? Why Krishna did not protect him? He could have done it also. But Vritrasur is not thinking like this. Why Krishna is not protecting me? I am a pure devotee. Why I am supposed to die and why a mixed devotee like Indra is supposed to survive, Even an iota of such thought was not there. Similarly, Bhishma, although I understand Pandava, Krishna is on the side of Pandavas, but I am also a pure devotee. Maybe Krishna will protect me also, Maybe I understand because Krishna is on the side of Pandavas. Pandavas will survive, will be victorious, no doubt. And Kauravas will be lost. But because I am a pure devotee, I may not die in the battlefield, Pura Kauravas mar jayega. But shayad main rakh jaunga. Possible hai? Because we see in the Mahabharata, at the end of the entire Mahabharata, 3 people survived, no? Kritavarma, Ashwatthama, and who is the third person? Somebody? Kripacharya, Kritavarma, and Ashwatthama. The 3 people survived, no? So Bhishma could also survive, no? Come on, possible, right? So they also fought in the battlefield, I don't know, मेरा mind में हमेशा से चलता रहता है. हाँ, but it doesn't have to be that way, So it's not that Bhishma was thinking, chalo, I will not die because I am a pure devotee and Krishna will not. Or Vritrasur was thinking, disturbed, अरे ऐसा कैसे भगवान ने कर दिया ना, हम तो devotee है, So they didn't had any iota of such kind of doubt or question that why Lord is not protecting his pure devotee. Because they are convinced Lord will protect his pure devotee. They have no doubt, Vritrasur is telling, अरे मार डालो मैं भागवतम चले जाऊंगा. What does that goes to show? He is fighting demigods who are Lord's representatives, but still he is confident, I will go back to Godhead, whether in victory or defeat. But Indra is also fighting with the devotee, but he knows by killing Vritrasur, I will get offenses, karma and reactions. So Vritrasur is so confident, by fighting with devotees also, still I will go back to Godhead, because he is assured of Lord's, because a pure devotee is convinced Lord will always protect his devotee. Always, 100% protect his devotee. अरे पर मर रहा है, फिर भी confident है, कैसे? That is where the crux of that today's discussion, what Radheshyam Prabhu mentioned, which I was so pleased to hear, So Prabhu says, but the problem with the conditioned soul, the problem with at a conditioned stage is that we take this body too seriously, and we think when it comes to protection, when it comes to shelter, we all, our consciousness centered and lingered around body, even after becoming a devotee, even after becoming a devotee, still that bodily consciousness is there, because of which we tend to evaluate or judge the production and all the stuff at the bodily consciousness. Which means when imagine the person survives the hospital and comes back, we think here is the Lord has protected him, and he dies. Sometimes I mean, I am not generalizing, but maybe Lord, sometimes people think maybe Lord, why he could not protect him like this, But because we think this body is all and all, many times unconsciously, despite knowing the soul concept, we sometimes get little disturbed. But at a Lord's plan, for Lord, the body is not that important actually. When we talk of the Lord's protection, it is much, much more than what we think is protection actually. It is towards a spiritual journey, for his eternal journey. That is where the Lord's level, protection level happens. And at a body level also Lord will protect if it requires to be protected actually. I mean, he is not that he will not say, chalo, bhautika, materially I know protection, only spiritual protection. Aisa nahi hai. He will also protect materially when it needs to be. But sometimes when it is not needed, or maybe sometimes that we can't see, that material level survival may be a little obstructing to the spiritual level, he may not also, So a pure devotee, because he is not at all at a bodily consciousness, he is consciousness on an eternal journey and at spiritual platform, and that is assured actually. And the devotee is convinced. So because of which materially even things go in his favor, or even doesn't go in his favor, in both cases he is stable actually and is confident. And we can see the example of Bharat Maharaj. Just now I was thinking, See, Bharat Maharaj is at the stage of the Bhava, preliminary. He entered preliminary stage of Bhava. Come on, pure devotee doesn't even have to go to Bhava platform, Even before Bhava also we can call him a pure devotee, So Bhava sthai pe chala gaya, what is that shloka, Yo dushta jan, dara sutan, putra dara dhanati, Uttama shloka lalasa, yahav malavad, Uttama shloka lalasa, He has given up, his kingdom, family, parents, everything just like a stool. Stool matlab kya? You pass stool and you see, अरे मेरा stool है, उसको प्रेजर करता है क्या? We don't even look at our stool also, It was there with you 1 second before in your stomach, in your body, but we don't even look at that. I mean, we are so averse, so detached from our stool, Similarly, Bharat Maharaj would give up like that. He didn't even turn back. Such an advanced person is go to forest. He is completely in trance of the Lord. And when he is praying for the Lord, tears are coming, which means in what stage he is. But then, what happened, why he has to die? Why he has to die? Think about it, Why he has to die, Or why Lord did not protect him? He has given up all shelters, taken Lord's shelter, and is doing something. But bechara, usko mar gaye. Lord did not protect him. No. What it means by Lord's protection, Lord didn't protect him. Come on, Lord has really protected him actually. According to his, it could be according to his karma also, or of course in Bharat Maharaj, it's a little exception that Lord saw that a pure devotee of the Lord is just going astray. The Lord immediately want to put him back in his position, so he gives a slap. So there are always two things in this world: temptation, tribulation. 2 T's. Temptation means somehow the sense gratification. Sense gratification means not on sense. Sense matlab 6 senses, not including the mind. So Bharat Maharaj, the 6th sense, the mind, at a mental level he got attached to the deer. So it's a sense gratification at a mental platform, not a gross platform, mental subtle platform, So temptation. So whenever a devotee of the Lord, he falls in temptation, Lord will sometimes give him tribulation. Tribulation means difficulties, which may kind of include even death also. So in the case of Bharat Maharaj, so apparently if you see somebody who has done so much to obtain the Lord, imagine अभी कोई ऋषि मुनि गया है फॉरेस्ट में मेडिटेशन कर रहा है, कोई शेर आके खा लिया उसको, I'm just saying, somebody is meditating and some tiger ate him. अरे ये क्या है? अब देखो, he is meditating on the Lord, फिर a tiger ate him, What kind of protection? Where is the Lord, He is meditating on the Lord, सब छोड़ दिया, भगवान की शरण पे आ गया. That's the reason I don't go to forest, I stay in my home, Because I had to protect myself. भगवान के बचाएगा क्या? वो भगवान के लिए, that fellow trusted the Lord, he went to forest, but some tiger ate him, Sometimes people will think like this. Imagine this case study happens. People will think like this. So in the case of Bharat Maharaj also, he just died accident. Accidental death means, it's like, we say, Lord didn't protect. But actually Lord protected him. Lord really protected him. Lord has done so much favor to Bharat. Forget about injustice. Lord has been actually more partial also. Forget about Lord did injustice to Bharat. Lord did not reciprocate with. वो बात ही नहीं है. कैसे? He got an animal body because of his the material laws will work. According to the material law, he deserves an animal body. Right? Because his consciousness is on the deer. But even in the animal body, his bhakti is intact, and he is remembering the past life. Tell me which animal in this creation, will remember his past life, And his attachment, his taste was intact. And Lord intensified his separation. Bharat's separation from him, So as a deer, he is practicing more bhakti. Actually, an animal cannot do devotional service, no. So Lord not only reminded him, Lord has given him the opportunity also. As a deer also is hearing, And after the deer's body is over, then he got Jada Bharat and further amplified bhakti. So Lord has protected his bhakti and gave the memory and all is maintained. So that, why the memory was maintained? That is the benediction actually. When we say Lord protects his devotee, this is what is protection. Imagine if Lord is not protecting him, according to his karma, उसके animal body मिल गया. जैसे कर्मी से, whatever they happen at the time of death, they get the according body. Devotee को भी बेचारा इतना करने के बाद भी because of some slip, he also got an animal body. What is the difference? Where is the protection? Arey, protection is there. You think by Bharat not dying, that is the protection? Come on, he will be more and more, even more astray also sometimes, He would have gone even more slided down. But Lord, even animal life, really protected his bhakti, because of which even in animal life, he has full remembrance. And because of which he felt so bad, guilty, and he became even extra cautious. I should not repeat the mistake. Which means Lord has put him back in his actual position, in a right position, so that again, उनको ना वो कच्चा रोड में जाके डिटूर हो रहा था, उनको उधर से निकाल के दोबारा हाईवे में रखा. That means is always yoga kshemam vahamyaham. What he has, Lord preserved it. उनका भक्ति के इंटैक्ट रखा. What he lacked, he was going wrong direction. He gave it. He provided it. Again, by putting in the right track actually. That's protection, no? So, as a devotee of the Lord, we should be convinced that Lord protection doesn't confine to bodily platform. It extends much beyond than that, We have seen, in the case of Prahalad and many case studies, we can see Gajendra and all, that protection is even at the material platform, But that when we talk of, like in 7th canto, Narasimha Chaturthi is coming, when we talk about what actually, the point of discussion in 7th canto is not how Lord protected Prahalad's life and body. That's not the thing, I spoke many times in the Acharya's comment. What actually the speciality of the 7th canto of Bhagavatam is how Lord protected Prahalad's faith, despite all that stuff. So that is actually the protection, the actual protection what Narasimha gave to Prahalad. He has every reason to be tempted and to kind of, because his own guru also apparently, as part of Leela, is saluting Hiranyakashipu. Still his faith was intact actually, So that is the actual protection Lord offered, So similarly for all of us also, that Radheshampur is saying, if we are sincere and if we are serious in the practice of bhakti, just doing whatever our authorities and acharyas have given, just following and doing the limbs of bhakti, the Lord becomes pleased in our heart. Here is a sincere soul. And when the Lord is pleased, how Lord reciprocates, how Lord protects us, He protects and He reciprocates, He rewards by giving us more faith. So when He gives more faith, the intricacies of bhakti, we can go deep into the intricacies of bhakti and we develop more faith in the intricacies of bhakti. This is how Lord reciprocates when He sees that we are doing what was asked us to do. Just one, that is called sincerity. And when we do it with intensity, that is called seriousness. So when the sincerity and seriousness is seen in a sadhaka, Lord reciprocates, by giving him more faith and more conviction. Right? So we see Lord has actually offered protection to, Bharat. So this brings us to the point that actually prayers are always effective. Radheshampur is mentioning that so many devotees in Pune and all over the world, who knows him, naturally, they all, when a problem comes, they go to a sadhu, and they request him to pray. He said, I have prayed for so many devotees, and I have even visited some devotees, he said, He said, and I have seen there are some who survived, came back to their home safely, and there are some who didn't survive, and they left their bodies in the hospitals. But I am very convinced, and I am very confident that my prayers are effective and worked in both the cases. You're understanding this point? That means, even whether in the case of the person who has survived and came back, or whether the person who has gave up his body in the hospital, in both cases, the devotees have been praying. Some survived, some didn't survive. But in both cases, the prayers are effective. It's not that, like for example, the devotees, some devotees, like Pankaj Jhangiri Prabhu, or as I am mentioning about this Rajahmundry devotee in particular, So many devotees prayed and it didn't survive. Does that mean those prayers are not effective? Come on, So many devotees are praying, all that will go to the spiritual credits, and Lord will surely, Lord will surely take each and every prayer into consideration, and that He will give even more reward and even more protection to that soul's eternal journey. That's why prayers will never go in vain, Prayers never go in vain. Even, and that is actually, ideally speaking, even those devotees when they pray, if you so desire, kindly help him. That is, the Prabhupada also set an example, Prabhupada, even when he was extremely sick, the devotee said, we want to pray for your survival. Prabhupada said, no, 2 times it happens, in 1968 and 1977. 68, Prabhupada said, my master has not finished his business. Itna hi bolo bole. Which goes to show that Prabhupada wants to finish his business if Krishna wants him to do. What is his business? To fulfill his spiritual master's instruction. Writing books and preaching. Right? So he has set a standard actually, Even when we do, so ideally the prayer should be, after understanding this, that, if you, my dear, if you so desire, kindly, protect this person, even materially also. But also always, spiritual protection is something we should always pray for him. So because so many thousands and thousands and thousands of devotees prayed for devotee, for sure actually, Lord will offer him extra protection, because he will hear every prayer. Right? When I was in hospital, I was moved, the day before Pankaj Jhangiri Prabhu gave up his body, No, the same day when Pankaj Jhangiri Prabhu gave up his body, that day the devotees arranged special chanting, and almost more than 200 plus devotees were chanting, 8 rounds non-stop, Krishnamaya Mataji asked me, can I, take a session like this? I was thinking, initially devotees were chanting at home. I thought, why they are wasting their time, I said, no need, But when she said, I want all devotees to chant, I became a little greedy, So this way, if the new people can chant, that's good only, I said, let it be. But I didn't expect, 200 plus will be there, because morning anyhow they chanted. So 200 plus devotees are chanting, and I also logged in to see that, So I was feeling that I am so fortunate soul, that 1 hour itself, 8 rounds plus into 200 plus, And that day only, this is an ashram hospital. You are a first floor, na? I was in ground floor, And मेरे सामने एक आदमी मर गया था, बड़ा आदमी था, The ICU in which I was kept was a special ICU, which was reserved only for the closest people of that hospital administration. That means each and everyone is a big shot, कितना भी big shot है, that I am seeing the people in front of me, they may be crorepati's. They can't afford 50,000 per day in hospital. And they may have made so much fortune, so much success. They must have climbed so much in their life. They may have hundreds of followers. But still, in the most important moment of their life, the most important moment of their life, what was happening to them? Is there even one person who is praying for them, who at max the family members may be crying and saying, oh, Bhagwan, unko bacha lo, unko garane do bolke. But is there anyone who is praying for his spiritual life, Not even one, But for me, so many people, I was shocked the other day that devotee whose husband died, very wonderful devotee, the full-time devotee, Grihastha of Rajahmundry. So that lady was telling, her husband can die any time, but she was telling, even in that time, I was chanting 4 rounds for you, Prabhu, she said actually. इट वॉज लाइक शॉक फॉर मी. हस्बैंड मर रहे हैं मतलब किसी के बारे में सोच नहीं सकता है ना. एंड ही हिमसेल्फ इज ऑन वेंटिलेटर एंड एनी टाइम मे दिस थिंग, बट दे आर प्रेइंग फॉर अस. आई फेल्ट एक्चुअली रियल आई फेल्ट आई एम द मोस्ट फॉर्चुनेट पीपल. मर भी गए तो क्या नुकसान है उस समय ना. आई नो माई सिचुएशन नॉट क्रिटिकल, आई मीन नथिंग मे हैपन ऑफ कोर्स, बट देख रहे हैं कभी भी नो कोविड का इट बिकमिंग लाइक अपसेट डाउन इन आवर्स. So anything can happen anytime. That can happen to any one of us actually for that matter. But the way things are happening, I am recovering phase. I know that I am going to be normal in no time. But मुझे लगा अरे imagine something may go wrong suddenly, some medicine may react adversely and even something happens. बोले कुछ चिंता नहीं है. I am most fortunate. इतना लोग इतना प्यार से इतना श्रद्धा से भगवान people are praying for the Lord. What is the loss actually? So devotee of the Lord should be convinced of this. And this lady, I thought like she stopped talking to everyone. I asked Rajmundry congregation, is that lady in a talking terms with? They said she is not talking to anyone. She is not picking up phone calls. She is whole day chanting and reading Bhagavatam. I thought maybe I should call her after 3-4 days. But I thought if she lifts I will talk, otherwise I will not talk. So she lifted the phone call because she has been always every day asking me to pray for her husband also. Then because I heard from Radhesham Prabhu, it's fresh in my mind, so I thought of speaking something to console her and pacify her. But when I started speaking, then she started saying actually, Prabhu, I am feeling jealous of my husband. 2 days, till the time he was dying, certain I am in anxiety. But after death, I am feeling he is the most fortunate person. Thousands of people prayed for him. In Tirupati and many temples, they did special abhishekams and pujas for his protection. And so much of prayers and blessings for him, तो उसका तो कितना अच्छा डेस्टिनेशन होगा. Krishna will take all that into account. He will surely give him a wonderful destination. I don't know whether when I am going to die, whether I am going, so many are going to pray for me. अभी कोविड टाइम पे जो मर रहे हैं फॉर्चुनेट सोल्स है devotees. Because there is a lot of sympathy and everyone is praying so fervently. See, devotees always, I mean, he said my husband may die any time and things may not be so intense. मैं अचानक एक्सीडेंट का मर गया, कोई कितना लोग उनको प्रार्थना करता था. बट एवरी डे फॉर ऑलमोस्ट 10 days द डिवोटीज प्रेड फॉर हिम सो फर्वेंटली. ग्लोरियस डेथ है बोला तो मैंने सोचा आई वॉज ट्राइंग टू गिव हर फेथ बट एक्चुअली शी इज़ गिविंग मी फेथ एंड कन्विक्शन. तो मेरा थ्योरी है नथिंग हैपन टू फॉर एनी वन नियर एंड डियर वंस. फॉर समबडी हु इज़ अ लाइव विटनेस एंड फर्स्ट हैंड स्टिल हैविंग दैट, आई थॉट कृष्णा नॉट ओनली प्रोटेक्टेड हर हस्बैंड, Krishna is protecting her. The fact she could speak that statement, that I am feeling so confident and I mean so secure, Prabhu. I am not having any insecurity, she said. How can a lady whose parents died 3 months before, on the way to temple, accident, on the way to temple, husband died after spending 20 lakh rupees. Somebody who is serving full time, इतना tragedies में a lady can speak like this. That means Krishna is protecting her faith also, her conviction, her spiritual protection. She is not at all, in no way she was anyway, rather her absorption in holy name, absorption in Bhagavad further increased. She said that while my husband used to be at home, he would always make me work me so much कि कोई भी ड्यूटी में कुछ भी चाहिए सेवा बोल मेरे को बोलते तुम करो I used to tell her, अरे तुम मंदिर में रह जाओ I can read, I will get more time, I can read Bhagavatam and I can chant more. So I always used to tell my husband, you stay at temple. घर में रात भी मत आओ. Said now my husband permanently stayed in with Radha Shyam Sundar, so now Radha Gopinath. Now I used to say casually, but that words became true. Now I am going to just completely dedicate my life for chanting and Bhagavatam, she said. Then I said, I want to serve you some way, so take me as your younger brother and you can anytime call me. Anytime, for you I will pick up my call, I told her. So I want to support, and let me know how can I support you, I asked her. She only told me one thing, that I accepted you as my Shiksha Guru after hearing your classes. So if you can, kindly call me once in a while and just ask me how my sadhana and chanting is going on. Come on, I said, I don't ask my authorities, kindly, I am not reporting, and I am not expecting my authorities should ask me how my chanting and sadhana going on. She is telling, if you can serve me, kindly ask me these two questions. How my chanting is going on and how my, this is going on. So I thought that he's protected her also. And then I quoted this shloka, what Adishamtu spoke, which is so relevant, Bhagavatam, first canto, it comes in first canto, chapter number 11, shloka number 7. I know that shloka, but still I just wanted to read out. This is the shloka when Krishna returns to Dwaraka, The Dwarkavasis were deprived of Krishna's, association for so much time. So ultimately when Krishna returns, they felt like somebody who has been drowning and somehow pulled up. They were not able to breathe. ऐसा उनका situation था. So finally when Krishna blows his conch shell, immediately they got their lives back. So all of them, gents, ladies, everyone, they are doing different activities. Some are combing their hair, some are wearing their clothes, some are milking the cows, some are feeding their babies. They're doing different activities, but सब छोड़ दिया. Mother is feeding her baby के बगल में रख दी. Somebody is wearing their clothes, पूरा clothes भी पूरा पहना नहीं. सब जो भी काम है, they left. Some are combing their hair. Without combing only they came out. Lady will never come out without combing, in Vedic life. Modern life, ladies will never comb only, So whatever position they are in, when the moment they heard Lord Krishna's conch shell, they all came out, to have glance of Krishna. That is their lifeline, And there they quote this shloka, Bhavaya nastvam bhava vishwa bhavana tvameva mata suhrut pati pita tvam sadgurumna paramam cha daivatam yasyana vritya krutuno babuvima. This is such a wonderful shloka, Bhavaya nastam bhava vishwa bhavana. So they are telling that you are the maintainer of the universe. The beginning itself they mentioned. And then they say, Tvameva mata suhrut pati pita. So my dear Lord, you are actually our mother, father, real friend, and our husband, maintainer. See, in this world, each one of us, our love, our heart is shared across all these people. Is it not? A part of our heart. See, even today, part of our heart spaces for your father. A part of our heart is spaces for your mother. Part of your heart is for brothers. Part of our heart is for friends. Part of our heart is for spiritual master. Part of our heart is for Supreme Lord. Is it not? Tell me. Right? Imagine, अब आपके पिताजी को तो ऑपरेशन हो रहा है घर में. How much you are thinking about your father? तुम्हारे गुरु महाराज को हो रहा है. उतना नहीं सोचोगे. You will be more. Even today, after becoming Brahmacharya 20 years के बाद भी, Shri Guruji was telling this point actually. When my husband, my spiritual master was getting, operated for his stones in gallbladder, I was thinking, चलो महाराज को ऑपरेशन हो रहा है, चलो हो रहा है. बाद में पूछा महाराज कैसा है, But when my father was getting operated, his whole day was conscious, अरे कैसे anxiety. Our heart is, it's like multiple compartments, But here these people are telling, all compartments are occupied by you. You are only our father. You are only our mother. You are only our relative. You are only our maintainer also. You are only our guru also. Paramam cha devatam. You are only our Supreme Lord. सब आप ही है हमारी ज़िंदगी में. यस्यान वृत्या कृतुर बाबा. You are our maintainer. Kindly हमारी एक ही इच्छा है. Keep continue showering your dances upon us. So they are telling Krishna, you are. So this devotee telling, so you are a protector, maintainer, everything, right? So devotee should be convinced actually. Lord is our actual protector and maintainer, And of course, when I told this lady this shloka, she said, Prabhu, since today morning I am thinking of this point only bole. I don't know this shloka, but this is the same point I am thinking. I was thinking 3 months before, both my father and mother were killed in the accident. So telling, my dear Krishna, she was telling that I was thinking since morning this point, my dear Krishna, you have taken my father away, taken my mother away. So my heart space for my father and mother you have occupied. Now you have taken my husband also away. That means now you have become my father. Earlier there I was, when you have a father, you think he is my father. But now who is my father? Krishna is my father. Mother अभी नहीं है. मेरा mother राधा रानी है. मेरा husband नहीं है. Husband means maintainer. Bharta means maintainer. Barinchevad Bharta. Bharta is the maintainer. Now who is my maintainer? You are the maintainer. He said, I am thinking that now, that means all my other upadhis you are cutting and you are occupying that position, he said actually. मैंने सुना बाप रे, सैल्यूट है बाप रे ना. And this is a fact actually. Think about it. Prahalad also says, na, this Balasya Neham Sharanam. So I told this lady, that's this shloka and this Balasya Neham shloka. I said that, see, Mataji never become insecure that now you don't have your husband, your parents also not there. I said, even when your husband is there, we should not think, we should never think your husband is your protector actually. Krishna is your protector, not your husband. But how he is protecting? Through your husband actually. And now that husband is not there, Krishna has taken your husband, now Krishna will still continue offering his protection through some other source. And that source could be your children, that source could be your relatives, that source could be your devotees, or that source could be some particular Vaishnava, whomever it is. So now you are in a distress, devotees are helping you or somebody is helping you, but it are going to help you. But understand, whichever corner the help is going to come, that help is also Krishna only doing through the persons. Like when I came to, when the Mr. Doctor came last Sunday to temple, he told me, you are very fortunate, the medicines worked upon you, because of which you recovered very quickly. But some people, the people came with same interest as yours, not so more serious than yours. Even with your level of seriousness, medicine didn't work, it aggravated, they died, he said actually. In your case, in 2 days only, we are very clear that you are normal. Because medicine is not properly worked on you. I was just laughing. It's actually not medicines, it's Krishna. You called us, you got an ICU. So I am so grateful to you. Certainly I will be grateful to you. But I know it's not you, It's Krishna supported me through you. Krishna supported me through that medicine. So devotee should be clear. It's not that this temple is maintained by donor मर गया तो क्या हो जाएगा. अभी लगता है अरे इसको लॉकडाउन आ रहा है, अभी सब बूढ़े लोग मर रहे हैं. मैं हमारे मंदिर के सबसे बड़ा डोनर मर गया रिसेंटली. So what will happen? Hey, Krishna is giving me, maintaining us, not the donors. He is maintaining us through the donor. Now that person has gone, now Krishna wants to continue maintaining us. He will maintain us through some other person actually. He is the maintainer. Yesterday in council meeting, Radhana Swami was telling, Prabhupada told in New Vrindavan, he said, all of you continue following the limbs of your devotional service and Krishna will maintain you wonderfully. Bole. So as long as we do our duty properly, Krishna ये आदमी गया और किसी के द्वारा कराएगा. He will do. He will choose who is the fortunate soul who wants to serve me. Through him he will serve us. He will maintain us. So I said the same thing. Mother, be convinced that even today Krishna is maintaining you. Before also Krishna is only maintaining you. That conviction, devotee of the Lord should have it. That conviction actually. Like this Balasya Neham shloka, if you think about what the shloka means, it says, Balasya Neha na iha sharanam pitarau narsimha. It says for a child who is the maintainer, parents. But actually Prahalad is telling, my dear Lord, for a child also, parents are not the maintainer, you are the maintainer. Because when you are maintaining it through parents, and when you take back, Tavad vibhot anupitam tvad upekshitanam. When you do upeksha means when you give up, then the same parents may be there, you will not be able to take care of the child. You see, one of the richest person in Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Narayana, he has one child, Narayana Institution, IIT Academy, all over India, so rich person, hundreds and thousands of crores maybe, thousands of crores he has empire, one child died. He got the best of the cars, SUV. वो ऐसा कार है कि कितना भी एक्सीडेंट हो जाए, nothing happened to the person inside. Whatever be the accident, nothing happens to the person. Still that son went, hit a divider, he got it from 140, 200. He died on the spot actually, one son. So even the richest parents, they can't protect, They can protect till the time Lord wants to protect you. Then when Lord wants to protect, he can protect through parents. Similarly, when a person is drowning, Narthasya chagodam udanvati majjito now, so when a person is drowning in the ocean, the nauka means a ship or a boat, is meant to protect. So when a person is drowning, what is looking in general count किसके लिए सो रोक रहा है? कृष्णा कृष्णा नहीं बोलता है आदमी. भगवान को नहीं पूछता, किसको पूछता है? स्प्राइट पूछता है क्या? सिनेमा पूछता है क्या पूछता है उस समय? बोट किधर है बोट? He looks everywhere boat, कहीं कोई बोट है क्या बोल के. So what does it mean? He thinks boat is the shelter which can save me now. Money will not save, gold will not save, stocks, politicians, He doesn't think of any of those things. He thinks about boat. He thinks boat will save me. But Prahlad is saying, my dear Lord, a boat, people think a boat will save a drowning person. Actually, boat is not the savior. Boat is not the shelter. Who is shelter? You are the shelter. When you want to save a person, you will send a boat. It's not the boat. It's Krishna who is saving us. A devotee of the Lord should be convinced of this point actually. Otherwise, even the best of the ships, Titanic, the first voyage itself gaya. The ship that even God cannot sink. कितना envious है लोग ना. The first voyage में गया है ना. ठीक है, you want to wait such a bender ship, बोलो best ship ever. ऐसे लिख सकते हैं ना. Exclusively क्यों लिखना है? Even God cannot sink. But जब भी हमको थोड़ा भी मौका मिल गया, you want to defeat God actually. First voyage गया उसका है ना. Similarly, for a patient, who is the shelter? Doctor is the shelter. Medicine is the shelter. But Lord is telling, my dear Lord, for a dying patient, actual doctor and medicine is not the shelter. Who is the shelter? You are the shelter, even for him. That is the reason our shelter should not be in doctors and medicine. It's in Krishna. But we take doctor and medicine. Why? Because if Lord wants to protect me, He will protect me through this doctor and medicine. So I will accept it. So whether I am surviving, also it is Lord only is helping us actually. So devotee of the Lord is convinced that because when Lord doesn't give us shelter, I mean to say, in that way, bodily level, then the doctor and patient, the medicine will help. वो खुद बोला है ना, वही doctor है, वही medicine है, दूसरों के administering others, they didn't survive, but for you, it recovered in no time actually. Same level of seriousness in lungs, जितना मेरे को है, same level of seriousness of other people, they didn't survive. जैसे मेडिसिन वर्कर बोला उन्होंने, अरे मेडिसिन नहीं काम किया भाई, भगवान चाहे और कुछ दिन बेचारा बहुत कंडीशनड हूँ, इस समय मर गया तो नरक चले जाएगा, और कुछ दिन जीने दो उसको. So like this, so we should be convinced that that here is, when Lord wants to protect, He will protect us through different agencies, and we should know our shelter should not be in those agencies actually. And protection at a body level is not, we shouldn't be stuck with the protection of the body level. And Radheshampur was telling this point that actually what matters is the quality of our life more than the quantity of our life. Shankaracharya, how many years he lived? He said 26 years. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how many years they lived? 48 years. So all the great souls who has influenced the society at large, who has influenced the world, if you see, they have lived very short lives. But what was their influence? So similarly, he said that trades merely 500 years, what is the use actually? So, protection at a bodily platform, even if Lord protects us, but then, Lord, Prabhupada is giving an example that there is a, Pushti Marga devotee, his name is Krishna Das, I think he is Chowpatty connected congregation. He was in a bike, he got an accident, and bike was skidded one side, and he was skidding another side. वो skid होते divider को तो सिर लग गया, and his head broke, skull broke, and he died on the spot. And devotees were disturbed. Arey, such a nice kirtani and such a nice pracharak and devotee, and this thing, how it happened like this, And this question was asked to Maharaj. Maharaj said, now tell me, if you survived. And it's all that pain and accidents and all, like a vegetable, useless, and 3-4 people always has to support him and all. So is that better? Or, let him finish his karma and let get him another better body, and he will continue doing the same services with more intensity, which is better actually. So all devotees keep quiet. They didn't say, "Arey kyun aisa ho gaya, aisa kyun hua, aisa kyun hua." He said, "Don't worry. You think this is aisa kyun? Bhagavan ko, he knows better than us, and he will take care of him. You don't have to worry about it." So Radheshampur is telling that especially a brahmachari should strongly be rooted in these principles. He said, a brahmachari has no upadhi other than Krishna. So we don't have bank balances. We don't have, any other things and all. So for us, it's more easy to survive and depend on Krishna. For grihasthas, it's relatively difficult, because they have so many upadhis. Right? So he's telling it is a responsibility of the brahmachari to give shelter, assurance, and confidence to these people who are affected. He's telling that's a great service we all have to do now. See now, already even within our circle, so many people are in hospitals and so many are dying also. And it may happen even more later. We don't know how things are going to pan out. So he's telling that we have to first of all be rooted in these principles, and we should give them assurance, and we should tell them that you are fortunate. So I told her actually that you are fortunate because you got such a husband who has served so many. I asked him how many years before you came to Krishna consciousness. So I applied same principles what Radheshamra applied actually. That 15 years, full-time serving, in 15 years, leading the kirtan and giving pleasure to Radha Gopinath. What a fortune actually, इससे और क्या fortune हो सकता है, 15 years as a lead singer, you are praying, singing for Gopinath. What more fortune, I mean, instead of say 80 years also you are living in a Jamindar family, if you are not a devotee and not serving, then what is the use of that life, So the quality of the life what your husband has lived is so wonderful and so fortune, and because it has so much service and because of so many devotees who prayed for him, for sure we will get a very good destination. And Radheshamra told the shloka number 6.40 Bhagavad Gita. Nahi Kalyana Katkrich. What is the shloka? Na Gacchati because Vinash. That is like Yoga Brashta. When Arjuna asks about what is the destination of Yoga Brashta, that time this shloka was quoted by Krishna actually. He says, my devotee of the Lord, Yaha Nahi Kalyana Krit Karchit Durgatim Tata Gacchati. Durgatim Tata Gacchati means he will not meet with such a, my devotee Lord will not meet with any destruction. Prabhu is telling, even if you are having so many, like whether you are a brahmacharya, grihastha, we may have so many desires in our heart. Sometimes people have desire to eat so opulent food, and all sorts of things, or sometimes devotee may have attraction for opposite sex. And even if you are, breaking regular principles also, or having a desire for opposite sex also, even then, Krishna will send you to heaven. You will enjoy with all apsaras. You will fulfill your desires, jo bhi material desires you have, and you will get a nice, Prabhu is giving, he is such a simple man. He thinks, opulent food means basmati rice with ghee and with a nice dal. I was thinking, my God, what a simplicity, If somebody asks me, I am also attached to food, somebody asks me what you wanted to eat now, feast, I will never say basmati rice with ghee and dal, Rajeshwar says, oh, devotees attached to food, pulao, kadi, chole, But that's not a feast for me, That's average food, But for him, that is itself is a feast, because he's so simple, in eating. He says, if you have a desire to eat opulent, still you will go to Krishna will send you to heaven. If you have attachment of opposite sex, still he will give you apsaras, But whatever material desires you have also, Krishna will fulfill that, and still he will consider your bhakti. You have to come back, and still he will allow you to practice bhakti without losing it. So, whether you are a pure devotee, impure devotee, progressing devotee, in all cases you are a fortunate person, because Krishna is taking care of you, personally guiding you and helping you out, Of course, we should try to be, coming to pure devotional service, and improve the quality of our life. So that's as important actually. The other things are not so important, So with this I want to conclude today's class. So what is the essence is that devotee of the Lord, should understand that Lord's protection extends beyond body platform, and much more actually. And He knows what is our, hit, more than what we know about ourselves. And prayers, even one prayer offered by one conditioned devotee is also not wasted. Prayers are never in vain actually. It's not that, only when you have certain end result in mind, when that happens, that is only, it means prayers are heard. It's not like that, So which goes to show that we should all, so I am requesting all to chant 4 extra rounds, See, I am asking congregation to chant, I am asking new people to chant, and every day 200 plus are coming. As brahmacharis, at least that much we should do actually. We should try to chant more. At least 4 rounds we should all try to chant more, So try to attend that slot, You also join online. Turn your video on so that they see, shaved heads are, chanting, They will feel more inspired to come, I am also trying somehow, I am so, like unregulated, I am not able to join. But every day I am thinking, today I am going to lead, today I am going to lead. I am going to do it for sure, That's my desire. I want to chant at least 4 extra rounds for all these people actually. There is a least as sadhus. Sadhu means one who lives for others. But actually, modern Kali Yuga mein sadhu means one who is depending on others. Many times, we are eating fruits and everything, giving by public and congregation. all the karma we are taking, we should at least give something in return, We should at least stand for extra rounds for the dying people and for the suffering people. That's the least we should do actually. So try to do that, okay? And for sure, they will be benefited. Irrespective of, whether what they are thinking benefit will happen or not, they will be benefited actually. Right? So Vritrasur, because he is a pure devotee, his consciousness is not on bodily platform, he is super confident of the protection offered by the Lord, because of which he is telling, even if I die, I will go back to Godhead, and which is anyhow destined. So chalo, let it happen fast. But still, Lord wants me to fight, I will not be attached. If you are fruitive, then you will not fight. Why should I fight? He is doing his duty detached way, with devotion, with full confidence in Lord's protection actually. That is the reason he is doing so nicely. Similarly, all of us also should be, we should be very confident of Lord's protection actually. Our protection, apparently our dependents' protection also. And for brahmachari, this is very important point actually. Sometimes we think, "Oh, मेरा parents का क्या होगा? मैं brahmachari बन गया तो what will happen to my parents and all?" We understand, when Lord wants to protect them, He is protecting through you. It's not that you are protecting them actually. That's a fool number one. If somebody thinks like that actually, right? And when you give your life to somebody, then Lord will use somebody else to give them protection actually. Or Lord may empower themselves, to take care of themselves, So it can happen anyway, right? So thank you very much. Of course, I spoke much beyond my realization, but these are the realizations of great souls. So we can repeat it, no problem. Okay. Thank you very much. Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.